Jackson back with you at Song Mentor, and today's relaxed selection has a wonderful reggae feel, and that's because it was written by Bob Marley. In 1973, he wrote a song about justice, about a man who had shot a sheriff, but was also accused of shooting a deputy, when in fact he shot the sheriff in self-defense. The song was covered in 1974 by Eric Clapton and reached #1 on the Billboard charts. Here's a great tune, I Shot the Sheriff. All right, let's begin with the key, and I Shot the Sheriff works around the G minor chord as its root chord, and I thought about giving you the lesson using that, but I really like the idea of putting the capo on the 3rd fret, and I like the sound you get from this, and I like also the fact that you're working with generally more open chords. Makes it a little easier to play, not have to worry about as many bar chords. So I think you'll like this sound. So here are the 4 chords that you need for I Shot the Sheriff. In this position, and again, now this would be a G minor, sound-wise, but we're going to give them the names of the formations so as not to confuse. So you're going to play an E minor chord with the capo on the 3rd fret. So you need E minor. You need an A minor 7 chord, which is simply an A minor chord with the 3rd finger lifted. There's A minor. There's A minor 7. Okay, you need a B minor 7 bar chord, and this is the 1 bar chord you have to play. Okay, and that's the same as a B minor bar chord again, but this time, because your 1st finger's supplying the bar, it's your pinky finger that's lifted off. There's B minor. There's B minor 7. And the last chord, and I'm going to suggest something a little bit different here. Most sites would show you a C chord here, which is much nicer to play than E flat chord in the open tuning. But I'm going to suggest a C major 7. Hear how wonderful that chord sounds. And it really does sound quite good in the song. If you really are stuck on the C, feel free to play a C wherever I play a C major 7. All right, so again, the 4 chords you need: E minor, A minor 7, B minor 7, and C major 7, or C. I Shot the Sheriff is a song that begins with the chorus. There have been some great songs in the history of music that have. She Loves You comes to mind by the Beatles. So it begins with the chorus, and the chorus just cycles through E minor and A minor 7. And it's a reggae rhythm, and we want to find a nice strumming pattern that keeps this nice and simple, easy to sing along with. So I'll show you what the right hand is doing here. So what I'm doing is kind of a muted frap here on the root note of the chord. In this case, it's the E string. And right after that, I've got a down, up, and then a rest, and then a down. So it's frap, down, up, rest, down. Frap, down, up, rest, down. And it switches to the A minor 7, the root note. The frap note becomes the A string, the 5th string. And that's a nice, easy, simple reggae rhythm that you can use for the entire tune. All right, let's do a playthrough of this very simple chorus. 1, 2, 3.
I shot the sheriff, but I did not shoot the deputy. I shot the sheriff, but I did not shoot the deputy.
Okay, let's move on to the verse, and the verse cycles through 3 chords, the first of which is a C chord, and again I'm electing to use a C major 7 here instead of the C, and then a B minor 7, and then the E minor. And it plays through it 5 times, but it's the same rhythm, so it's like this. So we're just going to play through that 5 times and fill in the vocal. And again, just to prove to you that it's the same rhythm. All right, let's try a playthrough of a verse. And just before we do this playthrough, again, a reminder that if you really want to emphasize that root note, in this case, it would be the, and then the, and then the. So we'd be going from. Those are the 3 notes that are emphasized in the verse. If you choose to do that, what you're really doing is kind of sneaking in sort of the bass player's part in the song, and that's kind of cool to do that. So here we go with that playthrough. 1, 2, 3, 4.
All around my hometown, they're trying to track me down. They say they want to bring me in guilty for the killing of a deputy, for the life of a deputy. But I said,
every verse ends with that nice little arpeggio down. It's based around E minor, so because my fingers are in this position, and again I'm going to call this 5th fret because that's what it is on the guitar. My 3rd finger starts on the 5th fret of the 4th string, then I pick open, and then the 5th fret of the 5th string, and then open again, and then the next 3 notes are 6th fret of the 6th string, open, and 5th fret of the 5th string. And I would suggest you kind of attack those 3 notes. So I'm picking down on all 3. Okay, so it's, and then the last bit, so it's open 6th, it's actually open 6th, open again, but on the very last note I'm choosing to strum the E minor chord. So one more time. Okay, just a quick word on the count before we come back into the next chorus, because there is that nice sort of nice rhythm in there, but it really is just a 4 count. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So the stroke on the E minor chord is the 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. I shot the sheriff. Every once in a while in Song Mentor we hit one of those songs that sounds great but is relatively easy to learn. Not too many tricks in it, and I hope that this is one of them for you. So as we get to the playthrough now, we won't do a full playthrough because it's simple and easy to play, it is also repetitious. So we'll do a couple verses for sure in the playthrough until you're nice and comfortable with this. All right, let's do it, man. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I shot the sheriff, but I did not shoot the deputy. They're trying to track me down. They say they want to bring me in guilty for the killing of a deputy, for the life of a deputy. But I said, I shot the sheriff, but I swear it was in self-defense. I shot the sheriff, and they said it is a capital offense. Sheriff John Brown always hated me for what I do not know. Every time that I plant a seed, he said, kill it before it grows. He said, kill it before it grows. But I said,
All right, fine tuning for I Shot the Sheriff. Well, number one is rhythm, and what we tried to do there was establish a user-friendly campfire kind of rhythm that you can play through the whole song. Also emphasizing the root note at the beginning of all the chords. You also notice that in the chorus, because I was able to do it, I overdubbed a harmony vocal, and it wasn't a harmony vocal, it was an octave vocal, which has been used in a lot of great songs over the years. My favorite band to play around with that a lot was Climax Blues Band, just a great band from the 70s and 80s, and they used octave vocals a lot. So it's, I shot the sheriff, I shot the sheriff, exactly the same notes, just an octave higher, and it works really well for some songs. It works well for this one. There you go, Bob Marley's Eric Claptonized version of I Shot the Sheriff. We'll see you next time on Songman.